Welcome to Sponsored by Nobody. This week, sponsored by Baby Blankets. They make great slings. I am still injured. It is June 2023, and you're listening to Leaves in the Jungle, Season 3, Episode 9. In this game, we will be using the Wildsea world setting and system. I am Ian, playing the Firefly, and we have...
I'm Austin, playing ZT Yaku, the Chelicray.
Bev, playing Rook, the Ardent.
And I'm Dylan, playing Jisun, the Gao.
Awesome. Last episode, what did you all do?
Stormed the castle. Had fun.
So many nice, innocent things. You're visionaries and role models for the next generation.
I believe it.
We were a big robot. We stepped on some stuff. We shot some stuff. People were screaming. It was crazy.
Good time.
Crazy awesome. You need to see it.
Excellent. Yeah. That honestly sums it up. Yeah, you guys. Yeah. Does anyone remember where we left off last episode? Because we kind of left it on a cliffhanger.
We were gonna bust down the big old door after we saw Petra basically like waving a red flag at the top of an archway, like the Black Gate.
Yeah. No, Petra's standing on top of a wall. They have spider webbed like live shields to the wall, basically civilians. And yeah, you can just hear like Petra shouting like, "Let's see you tear this wall down."
How tall is this wall?
Like 30 feet.
Can we just hop over it?
Does the Boutron have hop? I don't know actually.
It's got very large legs.
That's fair.
We've got scales.
Roll. What would it be? It'd be a tilt roll. I feel like it'd be a tilt roll. Roll tilt roll.
And winch claws.
I don't want to jump if I'm just gonna like kill people failing.
You just tumble into the wall.
It's your turn to just kill people.
Yeah.
Just full body roll into the wall.
Yeah. I want
to talk about options first and see what's realistic.
We have overburns.
The moment when we reveal our final our endless wall swings.
We have overburners and winch claws and a crane. I'm sure we could like yeet ourselves over a wall. Honestly, how terrifying! What in the Titan? I would quit. I would stop being a bad guy if I saw like Voltron absolutely leap over a 30-foot wall.
It would be terrifying.
Okay, so can we just use the precision laser to take out Petra?
Petra surrounded themselves by human, or not human, by living shields.
Yeah, they did.
You can try, but it'd be a real tight shot.
Yes, I know, especially because the cannonball is probably too big. But
yeah, I was gonna say you guys don't really have a precision laser. It's more of a.
Hadn't put cannonball-sized holes in my human shield.
No, not massive long-range damage.
I can't believe you would do this, Petra.
Massive, inaccurate long-range damage.
We didn't anticipate that. Their defenses.
If only you didn't use buckshot against me.
Whatever do you mean?
My plan was flawless.
The precision laser is actually just the diplomacy arm opens up and Tsitsi comes out and shoots.
Just like with a handgun.
Yeah, exactly.
With a bow.
Surprise! Cat.
It is the nesting cannon. Surprise! Zizi.
Why isn't this an actual feature?
Actually, so like Petra's hanging out on top, and there's like a bunch of humans on the wall or people on the wall in front of her, like tied to it, like tied to the wall.
Yeah, like like spider web stuck like flies in a spider web.
So
again, it's a Zelicray colony.
So as they're like, haha, let's see you get me now. We're looking over. Oh, what are the chances? My chimeric amalgam's gonna fly down from the bird's eye. It's been hanging down from the whole time here and it's gonna explode.
It's been there the whole time. I keep forgetting about that. Whoops.
And this is gonna explode. It's gonna like like
it's a big explosion.
Face. It's like when in like Korra when the mask goes around face and it's going to do that.
Okay, you know there are.
It wasn't a mask. It was a chest piece.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn Petra's head into pieces.
Yeah, but you know Petra's surrounded by civilian shields, right?
Well, this is behind them.
Like complete.
No, yeah. Petra's not dumb.
It says damage to a target. It doesn't say many targets.
It's an explosion. It's exploding.
It's just gonna hit the one person between.
It's exploding Petra on the back of her head.
I mean,
this
you can attempt to hit. You can attempt to hit Petra. You're welcome to attempt.
I'm sitting here trying to figure out how to disable humans, and then I realized that's just murder.
That's just
roll. Do I have to roll? It just says mark all boxes to detonate and deal massive acid/poison damage to a target.
You're rolling to not detonate it on any civilians.
Okay, that's okay. No, that's fair. Where did I leave my dice?
You're gonna roll with a cut. Yeah.
We don't.
She binding the people to her.
Webs. Lots of webs. She has not only does she have civilian like shields, but she also has her like, how Joffrey used to work for Petra as a henchman. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she has all the henchmen and hench people, hench creatures, hench beings.
Hench folk.
Wow, Ian.
Hench folk. The hench folk.
I like hench folk. That sounds adorable.
Yeah. Petra has a bunch of hench
race folk. Dedicated to henching. I can't find my dice.
You
won't have physical dice. It never fails to load physical dice.
That's what I'm looking for.
I don't know. The graphics in reality seem pretty subpar.
I forget to load my.
Ian, put your glasses on.
Oh, that's better.
Hold on, I found my other avatar D6s. Here we go. Open the plastic. Yeah, they're sealed still.
Value
not
lost.
Anymore. All right.
Now they're worth nothing.
So this is going to be.
Market thinks they're garbage.
This is going to be instinct. Chimeric amalgam has learned not to try to avoid hurting the innocents.
Instinct, hunt, and cut one.
Okay. Do I add one for the chimeric amalgam itself?
Nope.
Okay.
I believe in you.
I do too. 6335.
6335.
Wait. Hold on, I have to make sure the twisty McFlip's not the one. 2, 3. No, it's not the one.
6335.
So it's conflict.
So it's a conflict with a twist. So the conflict is you're going to hit a bunch of civilians.
Can the twist be it also hits a bunch of bad guys too?
I mean, it does hit a bunch of bad guys too. The twist is you just see from the other side of the wall, like farther down on the wall, you just see a rabbit come up and be like, "You really think I would put myself on the front lines?"
I
have really hoping. Yeah, like, you know what? Joke's on us. Yes, it was too easy. Yes, we should have seen that coming, but the opportunity was there.
That's fair.
You would have taken
I
it.
couldn't hesitate.
I have a tiny toddler who needs me. Discuss plans, discuss life. I don't know. We're gonna just, instead of pausing, because pausing never works out well, listeners, this is gonna be called an intermission while the group rethinks their life strategies. I will be back.
So
Okay,
I
he's
just
gone.
found a
We
picture
win.
of a Starbucks drink on online that's making me mad as a barista. Like it's a mobile order, and the sticker that printed off over 2 stickers, and it's just making me angry staring at it, because this person just thinks they're so funny, but you also know that they used points so that they wouldn't have to pay for any of it. Anyway,
A monster.
it's okay. Do you want me to read the order?
No. The last thing I want to do is open that can of worms.
I mean, it'll only take a minute to read.
I think we can kick the door down now.
Ooh, yeah, let's just do things while the DM's away.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so what are we gonna do to deal with Petra? Okay, she's Looney Tunesing us right now.
Yeah, she's not. She's now over there.
So I'm trying to figure out, like, is there a way to, like, if it's made of webs, is there a way to, like, either dissolve webs or quite possibly send in an army of spiders and or bees, or spiders on bees, to, like, sneak in the back?
I'm kind of liking the solvent aspect, because that's an instant army right there, or at the very least it will solve our hostage situation, right?
That's the one where we spray out the acid stuff from our engines.
It worked
Do
before,
we have
kind
anything
of,
that
didn't it?
dissolves... Wait, does that stuff dissolve webs but not humans?
I would have.
Well,
They're not humans. They're Joffreys.
it dissolves human boundaries.
See, that's the thing, is we need to find a way of doing it without killing people.
Well, again, like they might be really drunk. Maybe some of them will die of alcohol poisoning, but they're definitely going to die being human shields used against us as hostages, especially when most of our weapons are extremely explosive and or concussive in range.
We can't.
Restraint.
We could just use it to melt our way through the wall.
I still
through
like
the
the
gate.
idea of tiny army just like making its way through the cracks. Send some of your spiders on some of my bees and get there is no stinging and biting.
I can't do that anymore
Why?
because it blew up.
Your spider? No, like you spiders.
I don't actually have that aspect. The only time I've been doing is through the little ones that lived inside of the chimeric amalgam.
You're like, hey,
Can't we
spiders
just,
that
like-
became a people split up and become individuals again, and they're like, you what, mate?
So if we can assume that its corpses, or we can assume its tattered pieces are up there, kind of still like forming back together up there, I can still see through it, allegedly. But that's just at the top of the gate. We still have to get through the gate to the other side of the tier. The bees.
Okay, guys, we're
Yeah,
thinking.
because you have the bees.
We're thinking
send
about
the
this way
bees.
too D&D like. We're thinking about this way too standard role playing like. This is the Wildsea. We just have to come up with something so insanely brilliant that there's no way it could work, and then roll a 6.
Well, roll more than one. I had a cut.
Well, yeah, okay. You know what? That's valid advice. That is 100% on the point. So we got to get.
We're Boutron right now.
Yeah. I'm honestly,
so
I'm thinking we just.
commercially available chlorine bleach dissolves spider silk, according to this Google search I just did. And bleach, like if you tell everybody to hold their breath and pour it onto people, I mean, it's not going to kill them, assuming they don't like inhale or drink any of it. So like bleach?
Yeah, we'll just cook up a couple 100 gallons of bleach before next round.
We could
I mean,
Like, we could
it is
send-
an absurd plan. We could roll really well on.
It's true. Yeah. Again, like I think just literally aerosoling the blade alcohol and being like, yes, maybe you're drunk, maybe like don't have open flames, and maybe you'll have tiny lacerations. Like don't let it get in your eyes. But I think it's probably our best bet.
Or if we were to like somehow like clear the enemies at least, we could like drop off the crew to cut all of them down with like all the bees.
Once we're past the wall is the best time, because then
That's what I was thinking. Is like we get past the wall, like clear off the top, keep moving a bit, and drop them off to cut them all down and to kind of like regroup at the back. Assuming we've actually cleared the first tier, because we like wiped out the warehouse.
Okay, so
do we have like any potentially useful whispers or something?
I should have gotten a whisper.
That is a brilliant suggestion there, Bev. Let's see where.
Like actually check our stats and see what we got.
Do you think I would have gotten a whisper for seeing the horror that was the wall? Because I think we all got a mire for that, didn't we?
I don't think you did. So everybody take a mire.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna shut up. I need this. I'm the worst.
But yes, you can take a whisper for that. You can take the whisper unintended consequences.
I don't. That's. I'm so sorry, guys.
I have a whisper, but I'm going to use it thematically.
Yeah. I have a whisper I'm sitting on for whisper. When we have some kind of mushroom enemy or something.
Excuse me?
I'm just saying, sometimes our enemies are mushrooms. Or cacti. It can be for a cacti enemy.
I'm watching you.
Can
You're not my enemy?
Yet. Almost.
So,
Which kind of things did outlandish.
Let's not turn on each other at the 11th hour.
So we're gonna.
Speaking of unforeseen consequences,
we think we're gonna try and do what we did before with like the anti-plant thing and spray like a mix of the engine acid stuff and the mead.
What are you spraying it on?
Everybody.
Yes.
The shield.
We're going to dissolve and or cut apart the webs with tiny blades and
don't
inhale
if the shield
it.
is drunk, it can't defend.
Okay.
It'll help dissolve the webs because alcohol dissolves webs.
Yeah.
Especially if we used bleach in it.
I'm sure there's chlorine inside whatever's inside the
How much civilian damage are you hoping to mitigate, I guess is the big thing.
We want no civilian damage?
Okay.
Most of it, if not all.
Okay. I'm just saying, like, because like that changes the difficulty of this, right?
Definitely not the children.
Okay.
Well,
I assume there's at least a few children in this.
Oh yeah. If you're gonna try and mitigate all civilian damage, you're gonna cut 2 dice to whatever you're rolling.
So is this like an engineering roll for rerouting the thingy through the cannons, and then
Yeah. I'll call it a rattle roll.
Through the energy motron.
Yeah, you're MacGyvering this,
and then Jisun's cutting away with his like acid saw.
If I'm MacGyvering this, then I can just tool belts.
You can create a one-track creation. You can't create a one-track insta-win.
It's a creation that doesn't insta-win.
Chlorine converter.
The roll is to see how you're MacGyvering it, how precise it is, and if it's like, how many civilian casualties.
Well, how many paper clips do I get?
We have a civilian casualty checkbox here, and you guys are going through it.
And what if I, to add to use my salvage of a chainsaw? How will that affect?
I throw a chainsaw at them.
And also I have stinging nettle. Will that help?
Chainsaw is known for its precise and accuracy. Its scalpel-like edge. In fact, I've heard surgeons call their scalpels chainsaw-like.
Absolutely less lethal.
I'm now picturing a surgeon with a tiny chainsaw. It like wraps it up, but it's all high pitched as they're about to do surgery on you.
Oh, we'll get that impacted bowel.
See, I'm just the best part is I'm picturing like a full size chainsaw handle, but it just keeps stepping down gears until it gets to a really small end that just has a very tiny like necklace like chain just going at the end.
Okay, so what am I rolling?
Roll rattle, cut 2.
Okay, so I got 3, and then do I get to use my grace with this one?
Yes.
Yay! And then do I get another one just for fun?
You can get another one because Jisun is helping you with the ship. The two of you are working together to do this. It's a team effort.
Yay, team!
I helped. It's funny because I was thinking, and I helped, and I was like, but I'm not helping. And then you basically like implicated me into helping, and I'm just like, whoa, man, is this what it feels like to get signed up for something?
Well, you said you were using tiny blades.
Okay, so
did
that's
you put
5
my name
dice?
in the goblet of fire? Is that how this is going down right now?
Wait. Are
Did you put your name in the goblet of
or
fire?
Angrily?
No.
You can definitely have my extra dice, yes, of course.
Okay, so that's 5.
5 dice, cut 2. So roll all 5. Roll all 5, and then take away the 2 highest numbers.
So 3 6s, right?
Oh man. So that's in the 5 dice. I got a single 4, and the rest are all 3s.
Excellent. I love it. It's 5 dice. You have a single 4, and the rest are all 3s.
Yeah.
So you have 3 threes.
4 3s. So 3 3s.
3 3s. Excellent. So that's a disaster with a twist.
No.
You guys managed to spray the entirety of the wall with liquor and like all sorts of things, and you cut at it and you chainsaw and you really try your best. I'm sure you do. But it's not no civilian on this wall is happier than when they were tied to this wall. They're less happy now. They're more unhappy.
Can I twist? I got a good one for this.
Yeah, go for it.
It works. Our theory is sound. However, the people that are hanging on the wall, it loosens their bonds, and so they fall off the wall.
Yeah, they're falling off a 30-foot wall, and like it's not loosening the bonds equilaterally. It's loosening the bonds like as like some areas have more liquor on it and others don't, and so like they're twisting or turning and getting caught in some place. Like it's bad. The screams are horrific. It's a cacophony of bad noises coming from the wall, and you just see like as you're trying to set all these people free, you see Petra, or what you now can maybe assume is a Petra triple, double, not a double because the double died, so it'd be the triple, the third one. If she has a third, you don't know how many backups Petra has.
You can just say backup double.
I was hoping there was a word for that.
It's called a decoy.
Yeah, one of Petra's decoys.
I learned that from Star Wars.
You could just see one of Petra's decoys looking, or theoretically Petra, just looking actively horrified, because like this is like impressive, the level of destruction you guys have achieved. Yeah.
I'm gonna flick a lit cigarette at it.
It catches fire.
With the level of destruction.
It catches fire. The whole thing catches fire.
Just out of curiosity, is there now a clear shot to Petra?
Well, the Petra double is now on fire. Because she was not immune to the fact that you guys... the whole 30-foot wall is now on fire. And it is rapidly spreading throughout the town, as fire does on the Wildsea.
Hey, man. She called me out. Man, I don't know what it was. I saw red. I saw red in that moment. Also, where's Mythbusters right now? I flicked a lit cigarette at it. That shouldn't have... What is going on here? What did they make their town out of? Matchstick?
Are you kidding me? You guys just soaked... First of all, you just soaked spider webs in alcohol. It's...
I'm not arguing counter to my own point. I'm just...
No, I know. I'm teasing. It's Krezerin soaked webs and then also soaked in alcohol. It couldn't get more flammable.
I beg to differ. Okay, so I have a thought. Maybe it's a crazy thought, but we're here, so
you're here standing in the middle of a fire as the town burns around you.
Okay, so Zitzi just got the whisper unforeseen consequences, right?
Yep.
So if he whispers and then does a rain dance, is it possible that because things are just so bad that the unforeseen consequences are good?
Or we could actually plane shift into hell. Because at this point, I'm thinking, you know what? You'd think that that's really unlikely. However, with the way that this is starting to wrap up.
No. It just becomes the end of the Narnia series where we all wake up in this misty place and we're like, wait, how did we get here? I remember there being a crash. Wait a second. Did we die? But instead of going to Narnia heaven, we were just sent to hell for what just happened.
For our crimes.
For our crimes against Wildsea manatee.
Oh no.
That's how the series ends.
Yeah.
We suck. Oh, that's sad.
So yeah, you guys are standing in the middle of a rapidly growing town.
I'm gonna wait a few seconds.
Fire.
I'm gonna see if real Petra pops up, or whether that was the real Petra.
Petra pops sound delicious.
You can hear. Actually, you don't hear anything. You don't hear any. There's nothing. I'm gonna give it to you. There's no sounds from you would assume at this point Petra would be laughing somewhere in the distance, but there's enough of the town on fire that you can fairly safely assume if Petra was safe, she'd be laughing at you, and therefore she must have caught on fire somewhere in the noble city, as you can hear the nobles screaming and behind the wall, and you can also the fires around you guys too in the Cheap district. There's a lot of screams, guys. It's not pretty.
Yeah, we need to fan the flames towards the noble district and just direct them so that the rest of the town isn't consumed and is safe. It certainly has nothing to do with my desire to see a certain... Anyways, let's get on it there. Where do we get a giant hand fan or something like that?
Unforeseen consequences.
Also, Boutron is still just taking damage slowly. I am doing slow damage to Boutron as fire and general wear and tear because you're just using Boutron. So just a heads up. Keep a little bit of an eye on Boutron.
I have a fern we could use to fan things.
Yeah. Yeah, you could.
You have a mecha-sized fern?
It's an old fern. It just says old fern in specimens. Still, unforeseen consequences blowing fire towards the suckies.
Oh, Austin, you're muted.
I have a giant leaf.
Oh my gosh! I dropped my mouse that time. That was embarrassing.
Have you just been trying to talk to us?
No.
Oh, that's good.
No, I didn't have any input whatsoever. It's fine.
We've been ignoring you. Actually, we have been ignoring you. We just decided to tell you that you were muted so we wouldn't have to feel bad.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like everything is going. All right, we can just charge ahead of the fire. We're fine. Everyone should be evacuating. And fanning the flames towards the nobles. You say with some unintended. Wait, consequences are bad.
I have a large. No, consequences are just a result. Right? Like actions have consequences. There are good consequences. That's the thing.
It is true. There are good consequences. Normally,
also,
unintended consequences are bad. You have a giant leaf?
I have a giant leaf. It just says giant leaf in my overflow specimens. I have a lot of specimens.
That's fair. That you do have a giant leaf. You're right. You could try and make a giant fan with Boutron.
Yes, please.
So I'm gonna turn on the leaf suit, and I'm gonna shoot a buster tornado back towards the noble district. To hopefully keep the flames away from us. Then
with
unintended consequences.
Belt, I assume you're using tool belt to build it. Okay, and then are you using unintended consequences?
Oh, you bet I am. This sounds like a great idea.
Okay,
what can go wrong?
How describe the unintended consequences to you guys starting this fire?
So
our enemies.
Yeah, it's the fire of the just, only burning those of impure heart. That's why we have to stay ahead of it. Because it burns us.
I mean, it actively chases you.
We are our own worst enemy.
Yeah, so that's the thing.
Purifying flame that comes after sinners, and we're like, okay, we're just gonna run through the enemy territory.
Yeah, so that is actually what's happening. That is actually what's happening. So it won't hurt the innocents, but we have to. It's still gonna hurt us so good.
The cleansing fire.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're evil, as per past 10 minutes.
Except Docus. Yep. Docus is fine.
There's good and there's evil and there's questionably sometimes good, sometimes evil. People are complicated, man.
Right? Right? Maybe the fire is evil for being so judgy.
We can even throw a rainbow fruit into it to make it more pure because we're trying to redeem ourselves.
It just goes in like a rock and the flame doesn't touch it because the fruit is so good.
We're like, we shake our long mane of fruiting hair and like rainbow fruit falls out.
Oh, amazing. The fire is actively, you guys, the unintended consequences. Yeah, you guys have turned this fire into a righteous fire, loose term.
But we're not.
It's burning a lot of things, and it will chase you guys. It's actively chasing you as you hold the fan, trying to drag this fire around, and it's
it's like following us like a puppy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like puppy bites as much as the next guy, but
it's puppy sounds so sweet and innocent. This is fiery and deadly.
It's a giant fire.
It's a cleansing fire. It's innocent.
All fire is cleansing. No fire.
Yeah.
This one just thinks we're better than everything else.
Have you ever had to clean up ash? Fire is not cleansing.
So does that mean we're Ghost Rider? As we charge up into the next tier, just dragging
a little bit.
That's
It's a bit panicked because we don't want us and everyone on our ship burning to death.
Did you know Marvel once published a comic with full nudes of Ghost Rider?
Well, I
Bones
I
and
don't
all.
know
I
now.
want you to think about that for a sec.
Bonely.
No. I like it.
All I can picture
Just a
is
flaming
Nicolas Cage.
skeleton. But then that leads me to the further question. So, like, I think it's like canon that, like, much like how Wolverine feels his claws every time, Johnny Blaze feels his skin blaze up every time he goes ghost. Like, it hurts, right? I assume. I think that's part of it. So, like, every time.
You get used to it.
Penis. On fire.
That doesn't burn. It's only his hands. And when he has clothes on, he still has flesh.
I don't know. I think the clothes are just there for style.
The bullets stop when they hit him when he has clothes on.
Yeah, because magic. But I don't think they're covering up any, like, it's not like he's like, you know, like if he were to take off his clothes, he'd be like totally fleshy, except for his hands and from the neck up.
In what mindset does he have to suffer to transform, but also you can use magic in the same breath? What sort of cruel god would make this?
It was literally the devil.
Yeah,
And
literally the devil.
endorse it? This sounds like witchcraft to me, dog.
Yes.
Heresy in my
Yes.
podcast?
No, I googled Ghost Rider nude. Yeah, there's a panel and he's a full skeleton. That's
Full
his
flaming
thing.
skeleton. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, you don't need to Google Ghost Rider nude. It's not worth it.
And now I'm doing
Just
it.
go visit your local comic book store.
All thanks to the books in my local library.
I've done it for the team. You don't want to do it. That's
really
rule
wanna-
34, and that's real bad. Okay, we're gonna leave that alone.
Any of them Nick Cage?
And this is why we're burning.
And this is exactly why. That's not
Okay,
good.
so my plan is we're on a volcano island. There's a giant fire. It's chasing us. We're basically going to have to sacrifice the ship here, guys.
No!
I was just thinking that we should prepare everyone and everything.
No!
To get out of here, we can tie the Delta Flyer to a couple of the bees.
No! I'm like clinging to the seat. No! No!
Well, we'll see what happens when we get up to the mountain. Maybe we can get
Well,
inside.
okay, but
maybe we're
isn't
big
the
enough to go
fire
through the
chasing us, not the ship?
Yeah, it's chasing you guys, not the ship.
Okay, so maybe if we
leave
ditch
the
the ship.
the ship is the
There's a
only thing
very slight
protecting us
chance.
right now.
So it's a very slight chance, but you know what this means? This means we have to release the ship and hope it will come back to us.
I'm more okay with that.
Okay.
You might
I
want to
want
open a
to
window or two to
emotionally
let
get
the bees
ready.
out.
We've invested a lot of ourselves and stakes that we didn't
Disco.
really earn.
We have a disco.
I will not let my ship die.
There is a disco. It is not our ship. It's its own ship. You know what? Even if it gets wrecked up on the Wildsea, it will arise later as some...
I will
Disco
only leave the ship
mantra.
if by leaving we are keeping Shippy safe.
I'm just saying, like, well, leaving it here in the burning town is probably not the correct.
Yeah.
It only... Okay, so we put it somewhere not burning.
Like the kids
Where?
and you
How?
have a
When?
crew to drive the ship away. Should you want them
Okay,
to?
so yeah, we basically just need to let them go and hop off.
But
Okay, so
they can
who are
pilot
the
Delta.
innocent members of the ship?
Everyone else.
Docus, the kids.
Joffrey redeemed himself.
Andy's pretty lawful good.
Jeffrey Joffrel is probably with you guys.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got brass knuckles.
And
All right, we'll have to split the
honestly,
party.
Reginald's probably with you guys. Or not
I mean,
Reginald.
Reynold?
Reynolds may have been a conqueror of worlds.
Yeah.
For all we know.
Yeah.
He's with
He might
us,
have had a
yeah.
poltergeist face.
Yeah. Reynald and Joffrey are with you guys. The kids, Docus, and Andy are on the ship.
Are now piloting the ship.
Yeah. The
To
ship
safety.
the ship pilots away to safety. Like you guys just made it.
Yay!
You have literally 2 boxes.
Oh, Scraps
left
is
on the
with
ship.
me, and
So-
my Scraps and my bees. They're with
Yeah.
me.
Can the magnet crane throw us in the Delta Flyer?
Sure. Yeah,
towards
cool.
the
I'm down.
exit. Just race.
You two guys, as
Do
you
an
crash,
Akira slide through the doors.
Yeah,
as,
with the Delta Flyer, we're making an entrance.
okay. Excellent. You know what? We might okay. How are people doing? It's not that late. We could do a longer episode. And
I wasn't thinking of the ending. I was just thinking of just getting yeeted away from the ship as fast as possible.
No,
something
I'm ready.
I mean, I do get tired easily these days, so if we do like an extra long episode, I won't make it.
Okay. I got it then. I got it.
Yeah, this is not an intended end of the episode trigger.
No, that's fair. You guys eat yourselves. I'd like everyone to take 4 points of damage as you crash into. It doesn't matter. You can spread out the damage however you want, but 4 points of damage. As the Delta Fire crash lands in the rich district with the fire a little ways behind you, and Joffrey and Reynald are on the ship with you. Joffrey's got brass knuckles, chomping at the bit, ready to go. He's like, "Let's do this!" Yeah,
literally chewing on them.
Yeah. Got his hands over his head, like woo. Reynald, his because he has that glowing ruby in his head, or red orb. I forget what it was. Was it a ruby or a red orb? Either way, it's like a glowing red thing in his gem of some kind in his head, and his eyes are just beacon lighting the way, and he's all spectral, ghosty, and looking boss, ready to fight. You guys, you're in the bridge district. There's not a lot of guards around. Most people are panicking.
Is the fire still chasing us?
Of course it is.
Still chasing you. It's a little way back.
Loot and run.
You're welcome to loot and run. Do you want to loot and run as you go towards the doors? The Delta Flyer is not. It's not gonna work so well. It'll work maybe a little better than you guys running, but not much. It took some damage getting yeeted.
It can sail in the city.
I mean, why not? It's chainsaw.
It's a giant chainsaw, dude.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, can we take the chainsaw ship still? Is it still technically functioning?
The Delta Flyer, it is technically functioning. Where is the Delta Flyer? It is on.
Because that's just badass. I expected this just to be a safety pod that has exploded around us. I expected,
and then a tinier Batmobile comes out of the flame.
Then it splits into 3 unicycles, one with a fat wheel and 2 skinny wheels.
And then the bat scooter.
Amazing. Yeah, no, you guys can take the Delta Flyer. It's taken some serious damage. If it takes 1 or 2 more hits, it's done skis. Yeah. But you can use the Delta Flyer to yeet yourselves towards the door.
Into fire and glory, we're gonna ride that through the city streets.
Yeah. You can't loot if you're on the Delta Flyer though.
We ain't looting.
Challenge accepted. I'm gonna be stabbing at random fruit stalls as they go by with my jaw sphere.
I fish with a fishing.
More whispers. I'm not sure how to loot whispers, but I'm just if I can make a request.
Okay.
Montage.
Yeah. I don't know. You normally get whispers from aspects, or you get whispers from trading with people. They're not really just
throw some stuff at them.
Are we in danger?
I mean, you are in danger. Yes.
Not as much danger as the people we're passing by are in.
No, they're in more danger. They are in much more danger.
Can I mark a mire to get a whisper related to the danger with my whisper whale worm?
Yes, you can.
So something is hunting me. I'm sure of it. Marked at 1.
Actually, the whisper you get is it's much closer than expected. So much closer than expected. Oh, go ahead.
So I get like this like warm feeling on the back of my neck.
Yeah, whatever's been hunting you is closer than it's ever been before.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
It's you've never felt this thing so close to you. Like to the point where even the others in the crew, you can sense something's hunting Wildsea.
Wait, what?
What's up, guys? Want to hang out
Like
for a bit longer?
Wildsea, like not the rest of us. Like I am like in with Wildsea? Like by being in his company.
Like the fire is hunting you all because y'all are not the goodies. But something ambiguous, something
It's predating.
Unknown, something predating like quite a bit is hunting Wildsea, and it is close.
So what's the whisper I get? That sucks.
The whisper is much closer.
Does it exist, or do I have to write it myself?
No, you have to write it yourself. Sorry,
Okay.
It's much closer, or it's much closer, however you want to word that. Yeah,
It's a trap.
No. I almost wrote it as a trap.
It's a trap. That's a great whisper. It's a trap. Yeah, you guys are going through the town. Is there anything you want to do on the way to the doors, or?
Is there anything I need to do? Like basically, I don't know. I was kind of expecting more from Petra to like pop up again and be like, "Ah, you really thought I was dead, but you know what? I guess she's just dead."
I mean, you guys set fire to the fire is the
entire
number
lower
one,
ring.
the fire is the number one baddie on the Wildsea, and you guys just did it. So
And then gave it intelligence.
I'm gonna use my the second track of my "We're the Baddies" just for emphasis.
excellent.
Increase the speed of the flames as they chase us.
I'm going to send out a call for Soren on the way up to the gates. Maybe that could be our way out. My Leviathan.
Oh,
My junior Leviathan.
What's the whisper you have? You have? Oh yeah. I don't think I gave you a whisper. I just said you can call that.
It'll take time, but I'm going to send out the call now.
It'll take time. Yeah, your little baby Leviathan. They are coming.
It's been a couple years, so they're a bit bigger now. They're big enough to at least maybe eagle us away. Maybe.
Yeah. Your little baby Leviathan. It's a coming. Yeah. It'll take time to get here, but yeah. You guys you're in a pickle. Behind you is a wall of fire that's just chasing you, and in front of you is a giant door leading into a volcano. With again, the door has lava going to either side of it, like a river of lava. So like, you guys would have to jump a river of lava, or go through the fire, or go through the door. Those are your three and only three options.
But like, can we fit through the door with the ship? Just like, wow.
You can hit the door with the ship. Would you like to hit the door with the ship?
Full throttle, just slam
full
on
throttle.
in there.
Excellent.
The ship's gonna eat shit anyway, right?
Yeah, you hit the door, and you all take 3 points of damage from the shock of hitting the door. This is a large, heavy door.
It was.
Yeah. And what?
Where is the Delta Flyer?
Oh, I don't know if we actually drew up like a.
Oh no, there it is. There it is. Outrider 1.
Yeah, I don't know if that's quite.
Do
I don't know if the Outrider 1 specs are actually quite right on it. It should have more armor and stuff, I think. But anyways, it's taken some damage. The Outrider the Delta Flyer's in. It's banged up. It's not coming home with you guys in one piece. That's for sure. I
have high-wood planks. I can technically fix it or provide materials to fix it too, hypothetically. If we make it to that point.
Yeah, that's later. I think you guys have bigger fish to fry.
G-Son's right. I think we're just like punching it, Shui, right through the door and taking 3, you say?
Yeah, taking 3 as you hit the door, and the giant saw blade of the Delta Flyer rams the door and just cuts a gnarled crack in it, and like just spins down as the Delta Flyer is too broken to continue and the door too thick. But the gnarled crack that it has cut is wide enough for you all to go through.
All right.
Nate?
We leap dramatically from our fallen comrade. I pat it on the hull as I go, and I'm like, "You did good, girl." And then I disappear through the hole deep within the volcanic. What do you call it? Is it caldera? We're going into our caldera lair.
Caldera.
Yeah, I think so. You got.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. It's I look out the Delta Flyers. It's gonna be such a bitch to get a new one. Start thinking. I'm like immediately thinking of names, just like kind of like writing them in my cloak.
It's not even dead, and we're already thinking of the name of the next dog.
As she says, as we drag her away from the broken Delta Flyer.
Amazing. Yeah, you guys all you managed to make it away from the Delta Flyer, and you walk in. It's a long hallway, like stonework and carvings. There's some like weird like spider-like carvings and all sorts of things on the wall. As you walk down the path, you can hear chuckling coming from the very end, and in a booming voice, you just hear, "Welcome. It's finally time. I'm so glad you're here, brother." And then that's where we're going to end.
Okay, who has an evil brother they didn't mention?
I think it's Rook's fault. She murdered all those people on the wall. She's a traitor.
Wait, what?
Can't trust those one-minded with their family ties. Blood before water. That weird saying they say.
I have deeper questions about the nature of brethren in your people. Just saying.
You know what? You guys are going down the entire wrong rabbit hole. It's Joffrey's brother.
Oh my gosh.
With us, right? So we're
Joffrey and Reynold are with
here.
Yeah,
turns out that Joffrey Jethro was just like, he's the like mildly untalented cousin who just gets, he gets a cushy ride because he's in the crime family,
Reynold's second cousin, twice removed, Feyenold. It's just a haunted femur.
Oh, excellent. I was Ian the Firefly.
I was Austin playing Zitzi today.
And Bev playing maybe a brother.
And I'm Dylan playing King Explosion Murder.
Excellent. And we are sponsored by nobody. Signing off.